What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and over the last few weeks, everybody has been talking about this WWE 2K25 commercial because we already got news that it got shot and wrapped, when we usually don't get this kind of news until January. So why now? Why so early? Well, as a lot of you guys know, WWE will be holding a massive show on January 6th when Raw debuts on Netflix. And this is probably going to be the biggest Raw of all time. And I'm no Dave Meltzer, but I will tell y'all this. If you're looking forward to a WWE 2K25 commercial, then you might want to tune into Raw on Netflix. And that's obviously not a fact, just my opinion, but this is going to be the most eyes they have on the product before this game is released, so if the commercial is ready, this is where you drop it. But speaking of such, with these commercials, there's always a theme. With 2K22, they jumped out of the grave and told us it hit different. With 2K23, they threw John Cena on the box, polished it up a little bit, and told us it was even stronger. 2K24, they went with finish the story. And they still didn't give us the story creator in the game. So what is it going to be for 2K25? And who's going to be the cover star? It's time to talk about it. But first, don't forget to drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button because I'm trying to get to 40,000 subscribers before January 1st. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but if it does, I'll give away 3 copies of WWE 2K25 when it comes out. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
So even though a lot of us download our games now, and listen, if you haven't gone digital yet, right now is the time to do so because the PlayStation 5 Pro just came out and it does not have a disc drive. So if you think the PlayStation 6 is going to have a disc drive, you got another thing coming. And if you bought these games on disc, then you will not be able to play them in the future. So yeah, go digital. But everybody still wants to know who is going to be the cover star in these games because that's not where it stops. The game is usually built around those wrestlers. So today, we're going to take a look at a few different options and a few different names that have been thrown around. And we're going to start off with a big one. We're going to start off with the biggest one because that is Roman Reigns. Should Roman Reigns be the cover star for WWE 2K25? I don't think it's going to happen. Now, he might be a cover star, but I don't see him being the cover star on any edition, at least not by himself. We'll get back to that in a minute. And it's kind of tough for Roman because he was already on the cover before, but he had to share it with Becky Lynch. So, again, we'll get back to my boy Big Roman. But who's the next one? I think there's a pretty good argument for John Cena. Now, a lot of people might say it can't be Cena. He was just the cover star on 2K23. But let's be honest, John Cena sells copies. And not only that, 2025 is set to be the year of John Cena. So putting him on the cover again, even though he just had it, is not going to hurt them at all. In fact, it might even help them. And there's a lot of different taglines you can go with. I don't know if you want to go with like one last shot because it'll make it sound like it's their last game, but something like become a legend. It could definitely work because I guarantee Cena's going to go for that legendary championship this year, and he most likely will win it. With this being his last year, I would not be opposed to having Cena as one of our box cover stars. So, you know what? We're going to lock Cena in down here. I don't know if we're going to go with him in the end, but we're at least going to leave him right there because he deserves to be in the conversation. Now, the next one, being that we had 2 women last year on the covers, I don't think we're going away from that. I think they're going to want a woman on the cover, at least one of the covers every year. And in WWE, I think there's one woman who's kind of been on the forefront, not injured, and just doing it up all year. That woman is Liv Morgan. Now, will they give her a cover by herself, or will they put Dominic Mysterio in there with her? Because for some reason, people love Dirty Dom. So I think putting these two like on a combo, that would actually be pretty cool. And maybe they reintroduce intergender matches this year. If they do that, then that would be a good reason for them to put both of them on the cover as well. So I don't know. I didn't plan on locking this in, but I think if we do have a woman, we're going to lock Liv Morgan probably onto one of the deluxe editions. We'll see. So let's go ahead and lock Liv Morgan up there. The next one we have is L.A. Knight. No. I know y'all love him, but that's what we not doing. He hasn't earned it. You got to win a WWE championship first, sir. And I don't think you're going to get there. Now, another one we have is Jey Uso, who seems to be very popular with the people. Now, the people believe in Jey Uso. I think they should have put the world championship on him when he was so hot on Raw, but they didn't do it. They gave him the Intercontinental Championship, and he did nothing with it. Dropped it, dropped the level, tag him back to the bloodline, the story that's been going on for about 10 years now. So, unfortunately, Jey Uso was at that level, I think. I think they could have got him up there, but they were like, water him down. You know what? We got Roman Reigns. We're not going to let Jey Uso get to this level as well. So, big shouts out to Jey Uso because he was doing his thing, but WWE just didn't have it in the cards for him. Now, this is a wrestler who is underlooked a lot because this guy is absolutely a legend. He's like indestructible. He's been doing this thing for so long, and he just seems like he doesn't age at all. Right now, he's looking like an overgrown alligator in there, and that man is Randall Keith Orton. Now, he deserves it, but unfortunately, I just don't think he's strong enough right now. WWE 2K25, strike like a viper. WWE 2K25, it's time to strike. WWE 2K25 out of nowhere. I love Randy Orton, but I just feel like for some reason, like they don't even put him up there like in that title conversation anymore. If this was John Cena, he's always a main eventer, and I just feel like Randy Orton just hasn't been there. While he should be a good candidate, unfortunately, I don't think he is. Oh boy. I hope y'all enjoyed this video so far because a lot of people are about to get mad. You know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm not going to rain on anybody's hopeful parade. I'll just say this. CM Punk should not be the cover star. I'm going to keep it moving. To the next one. We got Rhea Ripley and we got Damian Priest. Now, a big problem with last year's edition was they put Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair on the box art, so you can't really run them back to back. I mean, John Cena was at least in 2023. With Rhea or Bianca, you can't use those two now, so you got to use Liv Morgan. And who was the next hot female in WWE in 2024? Would you go Nia Jax? You can't go Jade Cargill. It's way too early, so I just don't see it happening for Rhea Ripley again. But if the sale is intergender matches, then you can definitely go with this. And I think this would work. You know what? Give it to Rhea back to back. I mean, you could kind of make her a legend. Let's do it. Never done before. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And the next one we have is the Bloodline. Now, no matter who the individual star is, I think we will definitely see a Bloodline edition. So I'm going to lock this in as one of our possibilities, but we don't get a Bloodline edition and a John Cena edition. So somebody's going to have to get eliminated. Somebody's going to have to get eliminated. Which, no. Because the Bloodline would probably be one of the deluxe editions where John Cena, if he is the cover star, he's going to be like the main cover star. So we'll come back. Which John Cena could be. I mean, if it's a legendary edition, it could be John Cena. So, I don't know. We'll definitely leave the Bloodline on the board, though. And then we got Drew McIntyre, who I thought was on the road to actually being big enough to become like a cover star because he got very hot during COVID season, became the WWE champion for the first time. And then after that, in the mud. And just out of nowhere, he built this Twitter persona. He was going crazy on TV, cutting great promos, and he shot back up. Then he had this bracelet feud with CM Punk, lost the feud, and I think he's like messing with the Bloodline now. Sending them down a bad path. Cancel Christmas on my boy Drew. Not strong enough right now. Now this one, I actually kind of like. Now, did they deliver with the Wyatt 6 storyline? That's another story for another day. But I would like an addition that honors Bray Wyatt, and maybe you can put him like front and center and have these guys behind Bray. So that's a good way you can actually play that one out. Unless they're going with some type of spooky theme like 2K20, think you could definitely do it, but I don't see that happening, being that this is a sim wrestling game. So I don't think the Wyatt 6 is quite ready yet. They got to kind of make a sharp turn if they are going to ever be on the cover of any of these games, but right now is most definitely not the time. But shouts out to Koopy. I think that's how to pronounce it. That's where I got most of these box arts from, and they're really good. So you did your thing right there. I like this one. Now, those are a lot of possibilities. Now we get to the meat and potatoes. Who is going to be the cover star? Who should be the cover star? Who deserves to be the cover star? If we have like one single edition and there's only one, then it's one man. And that is, as I say every year, The Undertaker. Come on, man. If we're going to do a showcase mode and they're continuing to do the showcase, which definitely needs some tweaks, we'll talk about that in another video, but there's only one showcase I really want to see. And it's not a 30 years of WrestleMania, relive the streak. No. You make The Undertaker the box star and you let me relive his career. I want to go back to Purple Gloves Undertaker. I want to see Kane the Undertaker. I want to see the Undertaker with the mask on. I want to see him in the Hell in a Cell fighting Shawn Michaels and Kane coming out and ripping the door off. Not real life footage though. You gotta recreate it in game. Again, we'll talk about that in a showcase video, but this is what I want to see more than anything else, y'all. The Undertaker, my favorite wrestler of all time. And until we get a showcase reliving his career, not just the streak, I'm going to say The Undertaker should be our main box man every year. So I'm going to leave him in the middle of the screen here. But I think our lock-ins, nah, you know what? I'm going to take him off because I don't think they're going to give it to my boy. He deserves it, but I don't think they're going to give it to him. So who's going to be the cover star? Or will we have more than one cover star again? It's possible we only got multiple cover stars last year because of the 40 years of WrestleMania celebration, and we may only get one this year. So if we get multiple stars, I think Liv Morgan will definitely be one of them. You got to do a Bloodline edition, and John Cena might sneak his way in there. But if we only get one cover star, I think the wrestler who performed the best is undeniable, and there's only one name you can go with, and no matter what happens, I think this is going to be the cover star for 2K25. There's only one right answer, and that is the final boss. When it comes to bringing excitement back to wrestling, there's only one man who did that in 2024. Before WrestleMania, when The Rock came back and he was doing his thing, even though everybody pushed back when he said it was going to be him and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, he turned that around, turned himself into the best heel we have seen in wrestling in years. The character work was insane. The promos were insane. The entrance was insane. He showed up at WrestleMania and he did what he had to do. Even though he was only a part-timer, I think in the short time he was in WWE this year, he was the shining star. So I think The Rock absolutely deserves it. Give me a Rock showcase as well. Not any WrestleMania lineup or anything like that. Give me from Die Rocky Die to the final boss, and showcase mode will cook this year. But that's just my pick, unless we can have The Undertaker. But let me know who you guys would like to see as the cover star for WWE 2K25, and are you excited to play their showcase mode, or is that what you don't care about? Let me know in the comment section. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button so we can hit 40,000 subscribers by January 1st. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.